Hi all, in this video example we're going to talk about the initial presentation of the locator. The initial presentation is what your users first see when they load your locator page. Most of our default templates are configured to show the nearest locations to the visitor. And there are a couple options related to this that you may need to adjust for your particular case. Most of these options can be found under Results settings. So if you log into MetaLocator in the interface builder under Results, scroll down and you'll see a number of settings that we're going to discuss in turn. The default setup is typically Show Nearest, and that leverages the IP address geolocation. Showing Nearest is our recommended presentation because it shows opportunities to interact with your brand nearby your customer without them having to make any changes to the locator. So it shows me very quickly that this particular location is closest and I can reach out by phone, email, or driving there. That is our recommended setup. One of the other options related to that is Show Nearest by IP address and then prompt. The difference here is that IP address geolocation is not the most accurate geolocation method in the world. IP addresses don't always resolve to the user's exact location. However, they don't require that the interface prompt for permission to use the user's location. That's the difference here. In this example, it loads just like Show Nearest, leveraging first the user's IP detected location, and then it prompts the user whether we can have permission to use their device GPS. The device GPS requires that we prompt, and some users don't want that. And so this allows you to present results nearby and then optionally refine that if the user says yes. Show Nearest IP address and Show Nearest IP address then prompt both work in combination with the auto-find search radius and the total number of results. The auto-find search radius is what is used when we use any of the Show Nearest options. At a certain distance, AutoFind stops making sense. So beyond 200 miles, results will not be included or considered when displaying the initial results. The other limitation is that we're only going to be showing 10 results. So in this example, it shows the 10 nearest results that are within 200 miles of the user's detected location. Now, if there aren't 10 results within 200 miles, that 200-mile radius will apply, and you might only see 9 results because the auto-find search radius will kick in. Then again, if there are 5,000 results within 200 miles, the number of results will be the limiter, and then you'll still see 10 results. A lot of people are compelled to display very many locations upon initial presentation. That is a perspective that doesn't always reflect what is most beneficial for the user. Users typically want to see relevant results to them that show opportunities to engage with your dealers or brand that are nearby to them, not necessarily to understand the entire breadth of your dealer network or location network. And so that is why we recommend using Show Nearest or Show Nearest with IP address then prompt. The other option is to show all results. And what all results does is it displays results according to the ordering that was chosen under Filter and Sort. So you have options for sorting, which you can add, and that will, by default, use the order in which the results were imported. If I want to introduce another level of ordering, I can add name, for example, hit save, and now we should see results sorted by their name. Most of these are named sample locations, so it probably won't be too exciting. But now we have results displayed by name in their initial order, as opposed to imported order. Show all works best in some cases when geolocation or geography isn't involved. So when you're simply displaying a list of results, maybe they're not stores, maybe they're a searchable database of some kind, that's when show all is used most often. The other option is to show none. So if you don't want to display results nearby the user, or you don't want to just display a potentially irrelevant result, you can choose to display no results at all. One relevant option when you choose Show None is to whether or not you want to show an empty map. Showing an empty map can allow the user to kind of understand that they're about to see geographic results. The other thing that it does is it helps the locator occupy the same amount of space before and after the search. That can avoid kind of the jarring experience of the page growing or shrinking based on the size of the results. That summarizes the options available with respect to the initial state. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks for your time.